All right, what's up, guys? My name is Jared.
And I am Aaron.
And this is the LAAV podcast, episode 5.
You just didn't even want to give me my name out.
You guys
started talking before I finished my name.
Hurry up.
I was like, come on, man.
Hurry up, bro. Come on. We don't got all day.
So we're a couple of filmmakers in LA, I guess you could say.
No, for sure.
I would say filmmakers is that, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But we do officially Los Angeles. Well, you know.
We're international.
Yeah, I mean, I am, but.
Yeah, we travel internationally.
So, yeah, a bunch of TV, film, entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't even know it. Geez, everything.
Everything.
Really.
We do everything, yeah. But we do a lot of live stream stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And live stream stuff usually requires a pretty massive crew and a lot of budget behind it. So we figured out how to do it with 2 people and a lot cheaper, a lot easier, a lot more mobile. And that's what this podcast is the mobile live stream setup.
Yeah. So we're testing it to see how it works. And so far,
So good.
It's going good. You know?
Exactly. It's pretty cool.
So it's a live edit, and that's why we ramble and don't have a beginning or an end, really.
We got Quan Man and or Rob tech directing behind camera, live switching for us.
Well, we would, except the coronavirus has them.
No one wants to be friends with us and shoot a podcast with us because everyone's scared of coronavirus. And so even though neither of us have it or likely have it, no one wants to be.
I did that the other day. Someone was like, well, if anyone has it here, it's this person, like as a joke. And I just took like a slow step back. And everyone was like, oh. And I was like, I didn't make the joke. I just did I did the hat on the hat.
Yeah.
Like you can't blame me. I wasn't the one who said that he has
off
it.
him.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't call him out. And it was just a random person too. It had nothing. There was no like he wasn't sick or anything.
Yeah.
It was just funny. It was like a good moment.
Anyway,
Well, what are we talking about today?
Today we're going to be talking about Red's new camera, the Monstro.
It's pretty new. Yeah, sure. Biggest camera.
It's their biggest camera.
Most
the
expensive
Monstro.
camera.
Yeah.
Monstro Ranger.
Monstro Ranger.
It's like this big.
So real quick,
it's like an Alexa size.
Yeah, I didn't get to shoot
Well,
with
Alexa
it.
Mini.
I got
bigger than a Mini.
I got sick, so I didn't have coronavirus, but I did get sick, and you guys were shooting with it.
Yeah, this was a while ago.
Yeah, maybe like a month ago, a little over a month ago.
No, this was maybe January.
So 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So firstly, I just want to know, because I'm curious, give me a rundown on some of the main highlights, main specs, the main like interesting things about this camera from a technical perspective.
I'm not gonna bother. It's the most advanced technical camera you could buy.
Really?
Yeah.
So on the market, the most.
Yeah, maybe a
camera.
Phantom Flex is slower, or maybe Alexa LF double or whatever has the slightly bigger sensor, but I don't even know if it does. It's still that's a full frame, but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's full frame 8K. I forget what it does slow motion in 8K, but I think it's past 60p.
Yeah.
I forgot what we shot at 74, 72 something.
So you're going higher than 60.
Yeah,
in 8K.
In 8K, 16, 17 stops of dynamic range.
That's a lot.
It's the most of, I think, any camera.
Did you ever have to drop?
Great color science.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. I mean, it's like literally the best. You might prefer an Alexa.
For like skin tone or
for skin
like
tone
style.
or something or for narrative. But
stylistically.
honestly, if I was going to buy if you're going to have one camera and you wanted it to use as many things as possible, I wouldn't go Ranger, but I would go Monstro, regular body.
What's the price point on that? Just
it would probably be depending on
not
lensing.
accessories, not accessories.
Just the body whole all together. I think it would be like 60.
Okay.
60 grand.
So it's the best camera on the market. It's not a bad
No,
price.
I mean it's not that crazy, you know.
Yeah,
I mean it's expensive for sure.
All Reds are expensive.
Yeah, but I mean it's
so,
the same as an Alexa, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
But so my point was an Alexa is great for narrative, but for like slow motion no longer works, you know, where the Red does. So it's like, okay, so maybe you personally don't like the skin tones as much, or maybe you like Michael Bay movies, or maybe you like this style.
I love Michael Bay movies.
You know? So like depending on your style, but whatever you want that Red to look like, you can make it look like it in post.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you really were like, although no one complains about skin tones on them.
It has the flexibility to, if you want that film Alexa look, you can do that. What?
You know what it doesn't have the skin tones of?
A Sony. You know what the color?
Just have to squeeze that in there.
You know what color science it doesn't have?
Sony. There has to be one of those jokes every single episode, and no one's gonna get it until.
No, they will, because they'll start to pick up on like we make Sony jokes every. Yet we use Sony still. Like, we still use Sony cameras.
I actually have like jokes for every single camera though. I get the fucking Monstro's expensive.
Yeah.
I'm not like ignorant to that fact, but I'm like, oh, well, you can't afford it, you know, or like whatever. And I can't afford it either.
That's why it's funny.
I'm so glad. I was debating buying one, and I was like, how serious of an investment? This is like a Tesla?
That's going all the way.
Or this is like, I could move into a house. Well, not really, but I could pay a down payment on a house in LA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
LA.
Like, there's a lot of stuff I could do at like 75 grand.
Yeah.
Like, I could not work for a year.
Yeah.
And just stay home like we're doing.
Yeah.
But, you know, you would get a couple, no matter what, you would pick up a few clients.
There'd be rentals and clients.
And there'd be rentals.
Does that? But again, it's not just that 60 grand.
But are your normal clients going to pay you more for having it? That's no.
Probably not.
I would just enjoy shooting on it more. So there's an upside of that, you know? So I was like literally thinking about it, like all these kind of things. Oh, I don't know. We talked about it.
Considering the investment.
And then the Canon Mark III or Mark II C500.
Yeah.
Canon C500 Mark II came out. Well, this is a lot easier to buy, you know? So people won't be too happy with me if I buy this. Whatever. Like, it's only 20 grand. And I'm like, dude, it's only 20 grand? And there's still a lot you could do with it. And I started doing all that math, and I was just like, yeah. And like a few times, it would be better to have that helium. That's not the helium, the Monstro. The helium's the Super 35 8K.
Yeah.
And then I didn't. And I bought really tiny cameras.
I know.
Little babies. And then
little Canon cameras.
And then everything came to a halt.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't
drop 60 grand on a Red that no one's renting right now.
Yeah, that no one's going to rent. The only person who can use it is me and whoever is willing to come over, which is some people and other people.
And you wouldn't be making money with it either.
Yeah.
So
that's the Red.
Good call.
Monstro 8K.
So you guys shot for Adidas. You guys did.
So this is the shoot.
Yeah, this is some Jiu-Jitsu. Gracie Barra. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Close enough. Barra.
Yeah.
I mean,
obviously, it looks really beautiful. Red. I mean, you're a good DP, so it looks beautiful anyway. But like, what was the kind of main? What were you guys mainly going after, and why did you want to use the Monstro for this specifically? Why was the Monstro the best tool?
I wanted to use the Monstro. And when I was explaining how we had to do it, look, it's a big, heavy camera.
Yeah.
We can't do this like we normally do it because you've done some of these with us where we use the Black Magic or whatever, gimbal and stuff. And it's a big camera, so it's going to be sitting on a tripod for the most of this. But because it's 8K, I can do all the motion in post. I can crop in and we can pull stills because we had to do photos and video.
That's true. That's cool. Yeah. You can do high quality stills and video with one camera.
Yeah. All I did for the stills was go through and pick my favorite moment and hit like export.
Yeah.
And I could have went into the Red Cine and actually given them an even better image.
Yeah.
But here's your thing because you're going to Photoshop it.
It's 8K anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's bigger than my 5D shoots.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's full frame, so it all looks great. But yeah, so they were like, well, we could just shoot it with whatever camera. It doesn't matter. No. That's no fun for me.
Yeah, I know. We've done that.
Yeah. I have this Monstro. We're going to use it.
Yeah.
And then, you pull it out and it's this big and it's pretty funny. It's cool. A big camera, especially with the cinema lenses on.
Yeah. What lenses did you use for this?
We used they were Cooke S4s.
Oh, nice. So you had a budget?
No.
Oh.
No.
You had a big crew then.
Our friend charged me a lot of money. I mean, it's actually gave me a really good deal on them.
Yeah.
It's still a lot. And aren't we homies?
It's the bro deal.
Yeah, this is the bro deal. Ooh, I thought we were better friends than this.
He's like,
but it was still also like half of what you should pay. So I get it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like I can't complain too much.
Is there any? Do you have some BTS like just so we can kind of see the camera? Like that'd be kind of cool.
These are the stills that we pulled out of it. And so it's kind of hard to tell here, right? But like, these things look great. Like photo stills.
Yeah, that's photo quality.
It's great, And so we were able to do this. I think after this, there's some BTS. But yeah, so the whole idea was like, if we're gonna use this Monstro, let's use it. So yeah, these are like action stills. That's crazy.
Awesome. You're just pulling still from video.
Yeah. And there's like detail and whatnot. And but yeah, so the whole idea is like, here's this amazing camera, like it's the pinnacle of technology, essentially. Let's use it for everything it can do.
Yeah.
And like, since, within reason, right? Like, I guess you could do a lot more if you had a million lights and stuff. So yeah, here's behind the scenes. That's how big it is.
So it is pretty big. So that's why it stayed mostly on the tripod.
And that's my small battery.
Oh, you got a little Lazy Susan in there too, huh?
Yeah, that's my small battery on it. And all it is the receiver.
Yeah.
And that's it.
How much are you getting out of that little battery?
That's the Easy Rig that I was wearing.
Yeah, no, I've seen one before.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, look,
I like it. I liked it for this.
If you're not strong enough to carry the camera, Aaron, you can use an Easy Rig, whatever. Okay.
Joseph was like, "You want me to shoot this stuff?" And I was like, "No, just please go away." I was like, no judgment on you, but I'm like, this is what's fun.
Yeah.
One, I know I'll get what I want, and I'm not sure if you will or not, but I'm like, this is fun.
It's faster.
Like, yeah, because this is the live rolling stuff. So now I'm moving. Yeah. But all the intro stuff was Lazy Susan, shot real wide, shot tighter, and then just pull stills or spin them around and pose.
So that was one really cool thing in the video. Is really because you have 8Ks of resolution, you were zooming in incredibly far. Like from this wide into that close. You're getting in like.
I have a sample of a shot of my friend Tika's face, and it's like about here.
Yeah.
And then the 1080 crop in is literally just her eye.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah, and it's cool. Clear.
You're getting like you're getting 5 shots out of one.
Yeah, I mean potentially, right?
Yeah.
If you're doing the extreme, you're going to see a quality loss, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's still as good as HD could be.
Yeah.
You know, it's still 8K turned into HD or whatever. But the nice thing is the color doesn't change, your framing doesn't change, your focal range doesn't change. You don't have to readjust things. You could just literally like all the intro stuff where it's just this is all we did was shoot it pretty wide.
Yeah.
And move in closer, shoot it pretty wide, like 2 rotations on the thing. It was actually like, yeah, get off, leave. Awesome. All right, next dude, new, cool. All right, move the camera. It's level and we're at the place we want to be.
Yep.
Cool.
Boom.
Roll.
Again. Yeah.
All right, now you can get in. Roll. All right, cool. Get off. Sweet. All right, now let's shoot action. And then we shot action wide.
With the easy rig.
No, just we shot it wide first.
Oh, just
and they did certain drills and stuff. Like this stuff is there. So all that movement's post, right? That's going on right there.
Yeah. And it gives it a style, the post movement. Like it's not like you're fixing something with a digital pushing.
And you almost can't tell. The only reason you could tell the difference between the action and the easy rig actually moving stuff is just the background is perfect. On the
See, that's the cool part. You went from that wide out. That's really cool.
And even and there's like one spot where something's a little soft and it drove me crazy in post. One of the logos, because they're not flat. And so if you focus on someone, because we didn't have a focus puller. So if you focus on someone's front, by the time you get to their back, it's a couple inches different. Yeah. And I was shooting shallow enough and long enough because I was shooting on like 100 millimeter or something, I think at that point. Even that distance, and you can't tell in the camera. But then in post, I was like,
just that little bit.
But it didn't matter if I didn't zoom in. Yeah. But I wanted to zoom into that logo, and I was like,
damn it.
Like, this is not working. So that was my bad.
Are there any things you didn't like about the Monstro? Anything that we were like, I mean, obviously it's bigger, but that's kind of the nature of just a camera that's on that level.
Well, this one's the Ranger, so it has all the production stuff built in.
Okay.
So technically, in a way, it could be smaller than if you hodgepodged a rig out, like for all those things, but it's mostly connections and stuff. But like the regular Monstro is just the same size as a Red. And like, that's a fine size for me.
You can handhold it. You can,
but this one, like, it had the top handle. And the only thing I ever, like, that's like in my head, it's always just Alexa. Like top handle, especially when it goes down the back, you know?
Yeah.
That's just Alexa. Like no other camera makes any sense to run like that. And you only see people when Alexa's doing it.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it. Like sometimes it's nice. Like when I easy rigged it, it was kind of cool. But I would have rather had like my
machine gun grip.
Yeah, my gun grip, you know?
Yeah.
But you can't really do that on, I mean, I guess you could on the Ranger, but it would just be weird because it's so big that you can't pull it in. So like you could still do it in a way.
Yeah. I guess you'd be kind of like, you'd be out here with it.
But imagine trying to hold an Alexa in front of you.
It's too long.
Yeah, it's too long, but it's too heavy.
Yeah.
Like it's just not, even a Red gets heavy.
Well, it's because it's not balanced either. Because I mean, you're like part of the Red gets heavy, but like the Red's actually balanced because like the box.
Yeah, but it's also not that big.
Exactly. Yeah.
But as soon as you were to make it bigger,
it starts to tip it or like.
Yeah. Like it used to be rad. Like when I think Red made like titanium or magnesium bodies.
Yeah.
And I don't think they do anymore, and they're light. 1 pound lighter, that'd be like my favorite. Like that would just be everything.
Yeah.
1 pound lighter, and like, this is my dream camera. Monstro 8K, 1 pound lighter.
Magnesium body.
I don't know why I said 8K. They all are.
Yeah.
Full frame. They all are. But just so we're clear.
Yeah, no, just we know.
Yeah. And just a little bit smaller body and a little bit lighter.
So they're pretty close already then. That means they designed the camera. So pretty close to your dream camera.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Talk to Tanner.
I've had a few phone calls. You know what you might.
Jim Gennard.
Yeah. You know what you might want to make?
Listen up, Red.
Listen up, Red.
I know better than you.
I can't afford a Monstro, so you should make a smaller camera that's lighter and cheaper.
Do it.
And then they did it. It's called the Komodo.
Yeah. But no, because it can't do 8K, so that took away your dream.
And slow motion.
Or slow motion.
But if it was a little bigger than a Komodo, because I feel like that's pretty small, if like for all purpose, car mount, all that kind of stuff, it'd be great.
Which is kind of like when like that was what they kept in mind when they were making the Komodo.
If it was between a Komodo and a Monstro, like that size, you know, because the Komodo's small enough. Yeah, like it's actually smaller than it needs to be. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
That makes sense.
Did I get that across?
I understood it. I mean, so wait, but back to the Monstro and on this shoot, it's definitely a different kind of a camera. So you had to use it kind of in a different way because to a degree.
Well, yeah, that was kind of like why we had it on a tripod.
Yeah,
it was basically like, well, this thing's really heavy, and you know, like what we're doing. I mean, I guess you could still use it like you would an Alexa, but I mean, it's just a big heavy rig. So now all of a sudden it's all this stuff.
Well, then all your hardware needs to be big.
Yeah.
Too,
and like, so it's like, for what we were doing, it was perfect. I mean, he's on a lazy Susan and he's rotating around. I don't want hand movement in that, right?
Yeah. It's like we could rotate, or we could just have him rotate.
Yeah, exactly.
And this thing's massive. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like in that, I mean, it is in the easy rig, and it's like, oh, check that out.
Oh, Jesus.
The
light got maxed out.
My boom arm was so maxed out. That was only the Forza 60 or something, like the little mini Forza.
Yeah, it's not that big.
As a hair light. It's probably, I don't even know, 3 pounds or something altogether. And it flared the hell out of those Cookes.
Yeah.
Like in not the best way, which I can't decide if it's the lens or the light or a combination, because that light has the multi-reflector thing, and so it goes all over. Sometimes that's awesome when you need a lot of light, but as a backlight, it's not always the best because you're just getting weird streaks and stuff. That like you may or may not want. Like if it's in the shot, it's fine, but if it's just out, so
creates that kind of.
But yeah, that thing was so clapped out that the sandbag we had wouldn't fit, and the whole light stand was coming over because we only had 2 lights. That was like one of the things. I was like, we'll bring this camera and 2 lights, done.
Yeah.
So I think the Forza in my big Octobank was the other one.
Key and you backlight.
And then that was the backlight. Yeah. And then ambient fill. I mean, I don't really like the edge there, you know, like you could see the backlight iron.
Oh, I don't mind it.
But like whatever, you know, it's like it is what it is. It's I didn't have a crew and 3 hours to do the lighting.
You were gonna have me, but then I got sick.
Yeah. So that thing was so clapped out that I had to pull the trick we used in San Antonio.
Oh, the water bottle trick.
Yeah, like literally just stacking anything in a bag that you could hook.
Pro tip: if you need sandbags, just fill a bag with shit and hang it on the back of something.
Yeah, we were in San Antonio and we sent the client to just go buy like 2-liter bottles and stuff.
Or like water.
Well, it's funny because we asked for water, and if they brought the smaller size, it would have worked. But they brought 2-liter bottles of soda. Yeah. Well, that doesn't fit in anything.
Yeah, like especially not the bags
we were using with. The light stand bags, like counterweights and stuff.
Yeah, all hooked on the back of that boom arm.
Yeah, because we didn't have time to do any rentals in town. And we literally landed and had to set up, and they were like, because we were flying, we could only bring, I mean, can you imagine just one bag with 2 sandbags in it?
Yeah, well, also just the 2 sandbags, that's how many pounds, and we're already pushing our weight limits, and you have to check another bag, so it's like...
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could have just charged them more, but it would have been a nightmare to even get through the airport with a 70-pound bag of sandbags.
Yeah. Well, over 50
it
get
worked
overcharged.
Out fine though.
Yeah, no.
But that was it. See what I thought? It was one of those things where
we hood rigged it.
Rob was like, I don't know if this is safe. And I was like, watch this, son. You ever see this happen?
Last month we just did this.
I was like, this is not a union set. Like we can do this.
Do you have production insurance?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, it was awesome. So it was Rob and Joseph were on this. And then Mike was there, obviously. You know Mike. So
Mike's awesome. Yeah. Where can people go to
some of the direction?
Where can people go to see the video? So if people actually want to watch the video fully,
I'd imagine it's on their Instagram.
Yeah. So
it's on their. I know it's on their Instagram because I saw it, but it might be on their YouTube. I'd have to find it. We could try to add a link.
Adidas Gracie Barra. Yeah, we'll post it. We'll post the link in the comments below.
I mean, if you want to see it,
or in the description below.
If you'd like to see it in better quality, or maybe you don't.
Maybe you do. You want to see? Yeah. Well, no, because I think you actually would. Because this is Monstro being compressed down for YouTube. Still looks really, really good. It's getting to see it like in all of its glory. Plus, you get to see the sound effects and.
With the music, it's a lot.
It feels different.
Those glitches are on purpose. Yeah. They go with the song. You were mad at the glitches.
I wasn't mad at the glitches. I just feel like.
I just needed something to make it different than the other one.
Use a LumaFade. Use something that fits more like fabric-y, that's not like techie.
No, because the song was techie.
Why?
I don't know.
Why though?
I don't know.
This fucking guy.
I don't know. But I agree. I just couldn't think of anything to make it that much different. But it also works with the whole moving the camera thing. I think that's what was in my head is like how high tech that is.
Yeah, but the audience doesn't know how high tech.
I don't care.
Fuck them.
I mean, I was the one making it.
Yeah, that's true. It looks good.
I think it
looks good. Yeah. Anything else about the Monstro or about the shoot that you want to talk about? Or
I don't think so. I mean, those gis are pretty sick, though. I kind of want one.
If I did jiu-jitsu, I'd want one of those. Look at that.
It's pretty rad.
That's dope. How you can get so much punch in out. That's so cool.
It's pretty crazy.
But the other thing too is like one thing you did do really well is you utilize the style. It's like we can't move this heavy camera, so we'll move it in post.
Well, you could, but like if these shots were handheld, then like how are you gonna zoom into stuff? You know what I mean? And everything's not quite as sharp and like because it's moving. You know, there's motion blur on two ends or whatever.
You maximize the usefulness of the 8Ks.
So what is the coolest, like how can we push this camera to, I mean, I guess you could say limit, but whatever you want to say, let's use all of it in a special way as opposed to like, you could just shoot everything and then take 8K and make it HD and it'll look great. Make it Instagram size. Like you could do that. That's pretty easy.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's cooler if you were like, let's rock this camera out. It's like when you take an Alexa and you're shooting social and they turn it sideways and you're like, it seems like a bit overkill because there's way more than enough info.
Yeah.
But also, why not get the nicer quality? If it just takes turning your camera.
Yeah, but like it's kind of weird. And also it's like
you don't need to do that on this one though.
Exactly.
It has way more. It has so much when you're talking about like social
so that's
sizes.
Cool. Yeah.
Dude, it's pretty crazy when you actually like figure it out. Like you're saying when you zoom in, when you see it and plus you're like, oh, you mean I could just make a whole video about the right corner?
Right corner. Yeah. This is its own like section of this. Yeah.
Like if it's in focus.
So that's kind of cool.
Sharp.
That is a really cool use because people doing the vertical shit for like Instagram now, like IGTV.
Yeah.
This
all you do is back up a foot. That's it. Like it's like go where you would normally and just give yourself a little more room. Maybe it's more than a foot. I don't know.
It's so perfect.
But if you're gonna shoot it that way and then you have a little bit on top and bottom, but 8K. I forget what it is, but it's 3 or 4 times. Well, yeah, because it's 180 tall.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, it's 1080 or 1920 tall. Your phone when you turn it.
Yeah. It's 9 by 16. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's still but resolution wise.
Yeah.
So it's still 8 times that.
Yeah.
Or 4 times that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you got a lot.
So yeah, I mean,
that's dope.
So if you need more than that.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't need more than that.
I always message, there's a dude that I like on Instagram. I forget his name. He posts rad stuff. Joe something. He's like a AC. But I'll have to figure it out. But he posts a bunch of shit where they turn the Alexa sideways, and I'm always like, you could just do that with a Monstro.
The Monstro.
You don't even need to turn it.
You're just giving him shit.
And he's like, yeah, but I want to. And I was like, nah, I don't get why you would
Honestly,
do it.
It's a pain in the ass to turn. Like I've shot.
Shit. Yeah. Well, if it's on an easy rig, it's not.
We shot one of the live streams we did do was for BuzzFeed at Butcherbird, and we had to shoot the entire. It's 5 days of shooting. The entire thing was all vertical. So the entire cameras, we had like a vertical like bracket for it. It was insanely annoying. So that would have been really handy for that because we could have shot it all 69 and then we could have reframed it all in post as needed, and we wouldn't have needed to rig the camera on a vertical bracket for everything. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's so much easier. Hard to rig a fucking camera.
I don't like that
vertical bracket.
I was ADing. I don't take too much time.
I just hate the way it looks.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
doing it is fine.
I just think it's extra time.
I mean, like if you do it with the Alexa on an ease rig, you literally just turn it and go into this hole. That's it. That's the only difference. Because it depends on the cage you have, I guess. But most Alexas have the top bar and the side. The side like plate one. I can't think of any that don't. I mean, I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah.
I used one once that didn't. I don't think.
I just think this is easier.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do everything the way you're used to doing it and still get the both 16 by 9 and 9 by 16.
Yeah.
So perfect. Anyway, this is the end of this episode.
There's now maybe how many bots do you think are following us?
I think we lost a bot. I think there's a bot that stopped following us.
Which tangent do you think it was?
We only have 6. We only have 6 bots following us now.
We were at 7.
So if you're one of those bots, come back.
Will you hear it if I hit my head on the microphone? just I'm sure. You know, like in a movie.
Damn it. All right, guys.
Reference the movie. In the movies.
I don't know what those are anymore.
Yeah.
All the theaters are closed down.
Bad Boys for Life coming to your home screen.
Where can I watch Bad Boys for Life?
I don't know. I hope it's on Amazon.
That'd be cool.
It'll probably be on. No, I saw that the thing I saw was on Apple though.
Okay, cool.
But
anyway, guys, follow us on Instagram at LAAV Club and follow us on YouTube at LAAV
no,
Club.
we can't do. I learned this. We can't do a
Better hurry,
custom
so less than a
URL
minute.
until you have over 100 followers and it's 30 days old.
That's dumb. Whatever.
Yeah. And then I was told, yeah, duh, I already knew that. Sorry, I had to look it up because when I asked you, no one said anything. Why can't I get it to be this? Crickets. Okay.
What, you didn't know
I
that?
guess I'll Google it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, duh. Thanks.
We'll have to cut that part out.
Maybe not.